Hello, hello, hello. I know I keep promising to do funny things. I've been working on projects that are outside of this and they're eating my time. And once I get through all the recording that I'm trying to catch up on, which, I've only got like 27 hours that I have to hit to finish up the year. And then it's probably just a little over that to finish the Borderlands series. And then I'm going to take it a little bit easier, maybe only do a few hours a week. That's a week, just to kind of have some stuff releasing concurrently with what's already been scheduled so that like we can catch up to everything a little bit faster. But it means I get to take it a little bit easier on the games that I'm basically just replaying, which is something that I don't typically do in my own time when I'm playing games. Like if I've played a game and I'm not replaying it on stream, uh, I typically won't touch a game again for years. So the fact that like I'm replaying all these games and it's only been 4 years at most since I've played any of them is pretty heavily a break from my own game playing habits. It's just a thing to be aware of. But yeah, I should then be able to start working, spending more time on these things, and planning out some more stuff and actually putting some more like to the content. Um, I will be able to work more on my 3D modeling, so I'll actually be able to have some stuff there. I am going to be working on learning how to draw, but I don't think I'll be making anything public in regards to that stuff just yet. Not while I'm still um, trying to work on my confidence in it. Um, because for now, I just want to be it to be a learning process, and once I feel like I'm getting pieces where I'm like, yeah, okay, this is starting to actually be a representation that I'm okay with, and I want to be able to put out into the world, then I'll start posting it a little bit more. But for now, it's going to be a lot of stuff because I'm going to be going through like the Drawbox lessons and then doing their recommendation of just doodling for myself, basically, just drawing to draw. Um, Because it's a skill that I honestly have wanted to learn for a long time, and I just kept putting off because I thought, no, it's not really me. It's not really my thing. Let it be other people's thing. And yeah, we'll just be content to not be the artist. But I think that's stupid now. I I am honestly kind of just tired of like, oh, I'll have to rely on other people to be able to achieve everything that I want to be able to achieve. And that's not necessarily going to be entirely out of the truth of the matter. Like you still have to rely on people to be able to achieve everything. But um I I'm kind of just like, no, I'm tired of this. Like, oh, I'll have to wait for someone else to have the time to at least have a rough thing that, of like what I want. Just because I can't I feel like I can't draw. Uh, I'll have to just kind of keep putting it off and hope that maybe I'll be able to find someone to work with that for like 3D modeling. No, done with that. Same thing with music. Like I'm done with that. Like I, I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna teach myself. I'm gonna do all the things. Like it's. I wish I had started doing this sooner. There's the adage of the best time to plant an oak tree was 20 years ago. The next best time is right now. So right now is that time that I'm starting these seeds of actually getting into some actual creative expression and working on all of those skills so that I can actually enjoy them. Because, if I had started it 10 years ago, then I'd be 10 years in at my 33 years. Instead, I'll be 10 years in at my 43 years. But, like, I should still be pretty happy with where I'm at by that point. I think if I keep sticking with it and just keep working on it. And yeah, so that's where I'm at. And I encourage everyone to do the same. There's something that you just keep going like, oh, I can never do that. Oh, I can never learn. Look, I'm learning how to draw. And if you've seen how I draw, it's not the best. It's not terrible, but it's not the best. there's so many things that I can improve on, that I could work on, and could really just do better. But I need to spend the time practicing and learning the concepts and all of that. And the big thing about where the source of what I'm trying to learn from is actually a pretty heavily focused on representational drawing and its use of line form and perspective. I believe is the whole focus, but I'll know more once I go through the lessons a little bit more. So that is really what I've been like. Oh, I need to be able to work on those, and then from there, like I have ideas. I know I have ideas. I know how they would look once completed. Like I can visualize it. So all I need is the skill to be able to just do it. So I'm gonna be doing. And then the 3D modeling. I'll just throw something up here. Um, I am starting to learn 3D modeling. I started with that stupid little tear to just be like, okay, start doing things. You're not going to understand what you're doing, but it means you'll have more targeted questions, and you can actually apply what you're learning from the other people who you are asking, who are knowledgeable in the format, so that you know exactly what it is you need to learn. Like I've been asking questions in the theory of like what is possible so far, and that's all well and good as well. But realistically, I just need to ask people like, how do I do this thing that I am attempting to achieve? How do I make it look that way? Because that is the only way that I'm going to be able to start producing the stuff that I really want to produce. And the stuff that I really want to produce boils down to an environment and maybe even some VTube modeling stuff, so that, I don't plan on being full time VTube, but it is nice to have the option to not always have to be on camera. For example, if I'm just having a day, pop in my PNG and my VTube stuffs, and instead of my webcam, and that's just the whole thing for the entire day. Because that really is the big thing. Is like being on camera. I think is the biggest issue for me sometimes when I'm just like, I'm really not feeling the stream right now. But also being able to turn them into redeems, so that at some point, someone comes in and is like, let's swap out the webcam for the VTube. Let's swap out the webcam for the PNG. Like I already have the PNG set up. It wasn't that hard to do because of StreamerBot, and I'm actually not using any software for it. It's all, or any dedicated PNG tubing, VTubing software for it. It's literally just running through some element changes that are powered by StreamerBot and my microphone. So it's great. Not even StreamerBot. It's transitions that are triggered within OBS by volume level. Like that's how simple it was. I didn't need anything crazy complex for my rig, because what I'm doing is allowing the simplest, smoothest transition between all of this stuff, which is like I've got the non-speaking thing, and then I've got the speaking thing overlaying on it whenever I'm talking, and then it disappears when I'm not, and it works. It doesn't animate, like it doesn't bounce when I start talking like some of the softwares that are dedicated to this can do, but I could easily figure that out too if I really, really wanted to, I think. But I honestly don't care that much to worry about it. I am happy with how it works right now, because it's just a silly little redeem for chat to have fun with and to just kind of throw around there, and it gets interacted with. So that's all I want it to be at the moment. If I ever go dedicated, like make a day of just dedicated streaming that way, then sure. And then, the VTubing stuff, obviously I'm gonna have to have extra software running at all times when I'm doing it, just so that people can switch it on and switch it off, which is gonna be a little bit of a pain in the ass, I think. But now that I've been doing multi-actions for my startup stuff, my OBS, my streamer bot, my speaker bot all start up automatically when I'm getting ready to stream, just by hitting one button. What is adding one more program to it? Nothing. So yeah, look forward to a lot more stuff developing around the stream. Forward to more stuff developing around here. I'll even maybe do a day where I just demo instead of being the camera. I'll demonstrate the PNG tube on here for a second. Once I actually have even just like a very basic rig of a character set up for the VTubing, I'll actually be able to throw that out here and just do a short little video with that too. So I'm looking forward to doing all these things. I just to actually put in the work. This became a lot longer than I expected it to be. So anyway, be excellent to each other, be excellent to yourselves, and I'll see you around. Bye bye.